Hey guys, Ashley here, also known as the H fan. I'm back with another video, and today I thought I would do my Gossip Girl sneak peek video on why I think Blair and Serena are a very toxic friendship and a very, very toxic duo. Before I get into that, I just want to say the Lucas and Peyton video is still coming, so be patient. And I realized that the whole time that I had the day off, I was wasting time by doing other stuff. I could have been making this video earlier before I go back to work tomorrow. But, hey, it is what it is, right? Can't make my whole life YouTube. I just feel so bad because I feel like I'm neglecting you guys sometimes. I feel like I keep getting things done sooner, but people have lives. So. But before I get into Gossip Girl, I want to address, I think it's only fair to address the crappy reboot that we got. I think that reboot came out in 2021, if I'm not incorrect. That reboot was so bad that I didn't even finish season 1. It was so bad. So bad. The acting was bad. The characters were boring as hell. There was no romance. There was no love triangles. There was no drama. There was no nothing. I feel like they should have went with a different approach with people, with actors and actresses that people would know. I don't know. Me personally, I just feel like they should have never touched the Gossip Girl show. I clearly understand that Gossip Girl did lose itself towards the end, but it's such an iconic show. I don't care what anyone says. It's such an iconic show. It just doesn't need to be touched, which is why I just don't agree with a Once You Go reboot. I don't want to see a show focusing on Peyton and Brooke as adults. We already have Once You Go had 9 seasons for that. We need to be making a show about the teenagers. The Gossip Girl reboot was just really a disappointment. It could have been something really special, but it ended up being just really a disappointment. A huge disappointment. A very huge disappointment. I didn't like it. And I know a lot of people didn't enjoy it. I don't blame them. It was really, really bad. The episodes were way too long, and the characters and the storylines were just not that interesting. It was literally Euphoria, just in New York. That's literally what it was. The show had great aesthetic. It did have great fashion sense, but besides that, it had nothing really else going for it. I think it was a really huge disappointment. I did make a video about this before, but it's very old. It's like when I first started YouTube. So that's just how I feel about the Gossip Girl reboot. I'm not gonna go down every nick and cranny with the characters. Just know the acting was bad. The characters were all boring and bland. None of them lived up to the standard of the original cast. Like, as much as I think Serena and Nate were boring as hell, that casting for them, the casting for Serena, Blake Lively playing her, that was a great casting. I can't even tell you who these characters are supposed to duplicate. Like, that girl Juliet is nothing like Blair. She's nothing like Blair. I'm sorry. The Gossip Girl reboot sucks. And if you're somebody who liked it, you really need to go seek some help, because to me, it just wasn't given that. But anyway, off the reboot, that's getting to Serena and Blair's toxic friendship. This is honestly the most toxic female friendship I have ever seen. Now, their friendship reminds me a lot of Tony and Joan from the Girlfriends TV show. If you have never seen that, watch it. Because every time I watch Girlfriends, when I did watch Girlfriends, like, I literally couldn't finish the show. Like, I stopped watching when Tony left because the show just felt so different without her there. But their friendship, Tony and Joan, their friendship was just so toxic that you literally had to take a break because it was just so much toxicity within that friendship. It was so much backstab and so much trying to one-up each other in that friendship that it was literally so toxic. Too much, child. That's what that friendship reminds me of. Joan and Tony from Girlfriends. Blair and Serena remind me a lot of that friendship. They might have had their moments of when they came together, but to me, I just felt like the good just really couldn't outweigh the bad. And to me, I really feel like Serena really did the most of the portrayals in the friendship. So let's talk about Serena. Serena really did a lot of the backstabbing when it came to the friendship. Serena was never there for Blair, except for a minor incident when she was there for Blair. But other than that, she was never really there for Blair. I feel like Serena always just took the opportunity to hurt Blair whenever she could. She always knew she could strike a nerve whenever she could. Sleeping with Nate, that was very low. It took her 3 episodes to apologize for it. She didn't even apologize when Blair found out about it. She looked at her stupid, like she saw a ghost. And then she didn't even keep it real when she had the opportunity to in the first episode, still acting stupid. That's just my problem with Serena. She's just trying to always play the oblivious card, and it's like, girl, do that with somebody else. You're not gonna do that with me. Like, she just trying to always play Blair like she's dumb. Blair ain't stupid. The truth is gonna come out whether you like it or not. Like, come on. At least Nate thought that Serena deserved to know that Blair deserved to know the truth. Or your own fucking best friend isn't gonna tell you that she fucked your dude. Like, that's crazy to me. That's insane. She slept with Nate. What else? She slept with Dan when Blair and Dan were still together, which is yuck. That relationship between Blair and Dan makes me literally want to throw up every time I see them together. Like, I literally just want to eat something so bad, that way I can get sick and throw it all up. Because that's what the relationship was. It was like digesting something really gross and you threw it up. Like, that relationship made no sense to me. I cannot wait to get to it. That relationship made no sense between Blair and Dan. No fucking sense. Absolutely none. But Serena had no right to go sleep with Dan and make up a lie about Blair choosing Chuck when Blair didn't even make a decision yet. She is filed for that. She is filed with Dan and then recording it. And then having the audacity to play the victim in that entire situation. Talk about everybody hates me, what's you leave town? Because bitch, you're doing too much. You're always just doing something to piss somebody off, and then you try to play the victim card. I feel like when Serena left in season 5, a part of me low-key wanted her to stay going, but then it would have been like, I still want her and Dan to end up together, which that is something I would definitely get into, because the writers really fucked that up. We would have been gotten Dan and Serena if they would have never put Blair and Dan together. Yeah, Serena sleeping with Dan and then recording it, that was foul. And then the whole season, in season 6, she didn't even say nothing. She pretend like it didn't even happen. And then when the girl Sage got a hold of it, she looking at Blair stupid, talking about, you already made a decision, so why does it matter anyway? Are you kidding me? Like, she don't apologize for nothing. She played a victim all the time. And, like, she don't know how to apologize. Like, she's just so fucking selfish. And then I think the problem that I've always had with Blair when it comes to these scenarios where Serena betrays her trust over and over is that Blair constantly forgives her. And that's where the toxicity comes from, because it's like, they constantly forgive each other when it's just so unforgivable, because they don't have nobody. Like, they don't have no one who's wanting us to be friends with them. And, like, that's just fucking pathetic. Like, I feel like their friendship definitely should have not lasted 6 seasons. It did not give friendship. Like, I understand friends fall out. I'm not saying that friends don't. But to the extent that they took it, it was toxic. Like, it was just really toxic all the time. Like, not only did Serena sleep with 2 of Blair's boyfriends behind her back, but she also tried to sabotage Blair's wedding. She tried to sabotage Blair from getting married to that prince. She sent out a whole ass document of all the things that Blair has been through to prevent him from marrying her. What kind of friend does that? Blair could tell Prince Louis about her own shit that she's dealt with. For Serena to send that to his mother was just very sabotaging and very jealous. Like, to me, it was crazy that they always try to make you think that Blair was the jealous one. Like, I think Blair might have been competitive when it came to Serena. But I really feel like Serena was just, I don't know, kind of jealous of whatever Blair had. Like, to me, it just kind of feel like she knew that she could just she couldn't take it. And to me, what kind of friend is that? The fact that she got mad, that the whole situation in season 3, she got mad at Blair for basically telling her that you don't need to work at that movie job, them forcing you to be in a relationship with some alcoholic movie star. Serena is just so dumb. She's so stupid. She got mad at Blair and didn't even understand that this whole season you've been portraying and you've been sabotaging your old friends. She used Nate for his money. She messed up Chuck's business deal on purpose. And then she gets mad at Blair for Blair telling her that you don't need to be with some whacked out movie star and everything like that. She got mad at Blair. And then when Blair said, and then they were done being friends, but that didn't even last long because in the very next episode they were friends again. So it was just a waste of time. That was stupid. To me, I think the only time they were like good friends to me was probably season 4 because it was no drama. They were living together, and it was just no drama. I would say season 4 until Serena said that fake shit about that essay, and then season 5 they were good until Blair went out with Dan. That was crazy. I'm gonna get to Blair in a minute, talk about the fucked up shit that she did. Even though I'm a Blair fan, Blair got so much money for her belt too. But to me, I feel like Serena always took it just too far. Like, she took it way too far. Like, it was just never that deep to take it to the extent that she took it. The same thing I said about Brooke. Brooke took it way too far when it came to her and Peyton, and Serena took it way too far when it came to her and Blair. I don't care. I understand that you're hurt. Well, for Brooke, she was hurt. But for Serena, she was just being a jealous ass bitch. That's all it was from the beginning. She was mad that Blair had Nate. She wanted to sleep with Nate. She was mad that Blair had Dan. She wanted to sleep with Dan. She was mad that Blair was going to marry royalty, so she wanted to take it away from Blair. She didn't want Blair to have nothing. Nothing. Nada. Zoom. Oh, and the college thing with Yale? This bitch gets mad. I understand that Serena had a right to get mad. In the fashion episode, Blair should have not sent those models off in Serena's dress. The dress that her mother's made. She should have not sent the models off. But I get it. She was revengeful. She was pissed off, which she had every right to be. Sorry, zoned out for a minute. But for Serena to basically just be like, hey, I'm willing to forgive you for last night if you want to be friends. Like, this is not just a one and done argument. Serena I think for her, she could just never see where the other person is coming from when it comes to conversation. She could just never see where the other person is coming from. And that's why 9 times out of 10, her and Ray were always getting into it, is because Serena is very selfish. She's very vain. And she's very self-conceited. She really don't understand people's emotions at all. She's very vain. For her to try to basically weave her way into Yale when she's not smart, she's not intelligent, nothing. She was going to use her charm. I understand that it's okay to have charm and be charismatic. I understand she's open-minded. Blair's too uptight. I get it. But Blair wants this. She works her whole life for Yale. It's not time for games. I'm trying to get myself into college. This is not time for games. Serena don't even want college. So what are you even trying to do? Blair had every right to expose the secret about the sex tape, which I thought was funny as hell, because Serena deserved it. Serena always hits low. Not only did she weave her way into an interview, but then she tried to weave her way into the final slot of getting it. Of getting into Yale. Oh, bro, not even done. Not only so the Yale shit, Serena was fought for that. And the other thing too, what was it? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Oh my fucking god. I just had this on the tip of my tongue. It was something else that Serena did that pissed me the hell off. I cannot think about it. I swear, if it comes to me in another video, I'm gonna be so pissed I did not mention it here. I know there's something else that Serena did, but Serena was foul as fuck for trying to weasel her way into that college slot. Oh, that's what came to me. The whole situation in season 1, episode 4, with the whole modeling. Blair was too closed off. Blair wasn't, I don't think Blair felt comfortable when it came to being center of attention. That's more Serena's suit because she's vain. She likes being center of attention. Blair, she likes being recognized, but she's not comfortable being the center of attention. Some people are just not comfortable with that. Me, I'm not. I'll take a picture, but I really don't like presentations. I really don't like people staring at me because, I don't know, it just makes me nervous. I always been like that in high school. I was just always scared of doing self-presentations. But for that instance, Serena knew that Blair did not want Blair on that set, and she still would have took the picture. Now, I'm not saying that Serena should have to bend over backwards for opportunities for Blair. I'm not saying that. Take advantage of the opportunities that you want. But when it comes to the extent of hurting people that you love because of your own selfish desires, that's what irritates me too about Serena. That she knew they didn't want Blair there, and she still went and did it. Like, a real friend would have been like, so if Blair's not doing this, what's the point of me being here? I'm not going to take pictures without her being here because it's just not right. Yeah, you pushed her into it, but yeah, you took the opportunity as soon as they approached you with it. That's fake. That's fake. That's fake as hell. That would be like if me and my friend did a dancing competition and she didn't get it because they said she just don't have it, and they told me that I do. I don't feel right doing the opportunity. It's not that I'm bending over backwards for her, but we both wanted this. I know that if I take the opportunity, yeah, it should be happy for me, but I cannot expect the bitterness. You have to read the room sometimes with people. Just because someone says they're okay with it, does not mean they're literally okay with it. Come on now. You can't sense bitterness. You have to sense bitterness with certain people when you say yes. It's just, for Serena to say yes to that was very selfish and vain on her part. And I know I'm right. So to me, I thought whenever it came to the friendship, Serena just took it way too far, and she was just trash. Like, I'm not a Serena stan. I'm so tired of people just saying, she was so nice, the Blair was so mean. It's like, stop it. Serena is not this innocent little girl that people like to think who took advantage of. Serena was stupid. Serena had no intelligence. Serena was very whorish. She gave everybody the pussy when they wanted the pussy. She was very whorish. She was a terrible friend to Blair. She was never there for Blair. She used people and then tried to make herself like the victim every single time when it was her fault. Like, Serena was just trash. Like, I'm not a fan of Serena. And I just thought her character was just very boring and bland. And I think the reason why I think Blake was just the perfect cast for that is because Blake Lively is just not a good actress. She plays the same character in every movie, and she's very bland as an actress to me. So, moving on to Blair, my queen bee, Blair Waldorf, the only one, the reason you watch Gossip Girl, my girl Blair. I love Blair. Late in Ministry definitely was the best casting for Blair. She fit Blair like a glove. She was just the perfect casting for Blair. I absolutely love Blair. I love Blair. From start to finish, I loved her character. The only time I had an issue with her character was in season 5, but that's for a conversation for this day. But there are some things to me that I feel like Blair was out of pocket for. So one of the things I do think Blair was out of pocket for, even though I said it was funny, it was out of pocket for her to mention of the peak experiment stuff at the college thing. You know, Serena took that to heart. That was traumatic. Somebody that Regina was friends with died right in front of her. That was devastating. But Serena did deserve it. Unlike Blair, Serena deserved half the things that Blair did to her. Like, y'all can't even cap. Serena took it way too far half the time, and whenever Blair got revenge on her, it was well deserved in my opinion. Don't care what any of y'all say. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give two shits. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound too harsh, but to me personally, it was just well deserved. Another thing, Blair, should have not sent those models away when her mother made those dresses. That was foul, but Serena deserved it. She wanted to sabotage the fashion show because Serena selfishly wanted to. I'm not, like I'm saying, I'm not mad if Serena wanted to walk on the aisle, but when you and Blair already made plans and you selfishly push her to the side as if y'all didn't have plans, it's just very ignorant. It's very selfish, and it's very rude. Like, when you make plans with somebody. Can you imagine making plans with someone and then they just brush you aside and act like as if y'all didn't have plans? Like, that's very rude. Like, give me a heads up. That's what we have phones for. Tell me what the fuck is up. Like, what the fuck? Like she said, and then you come to my house and you tell me that we're gonna invite you to the fashion show. Are you fucking kidding me? Invite me to the fashion show? You mean the fashion show that my mother is hosting? I need your invite? Like, can you believe the words come out of her mouth? Like, just very vain and very selfish. I definitely can't. I could definitely agree with both their takes in that conversation towards the end of the episode. When Serena shouldn't have to dim her light, she shouldn't have to bend over backwards to protect Blair's insecurities. It's not fair on her part. I totally agree. I don't think Blair should have to be competitive every single time. But I can totally understand why Blair is competitive. It's because whenever she feels like she's here, it just feels like Serena is here, and she has to they constantly have to one up each other. And to me, that's just very toxic. Like, I just don't agree with that. Like, I don't understand why Blair felt she had to one up Serena. Like, if Blair just looked at Serena, the only thing going for Serena is her looks. I was gonna say personality, but she ain't got none. It's just her looks. Serena's a blonde, and at that time in the mid-2000s, if you were blonde and you were hot, you were everything. You could have the personality of dishwater and soap, but if you were pretty and good looking, you had the perfect blonde hair, you could be anything. You could be a model. You could be an actress. There are so many women who have blonde hair and they are not talented. They have no talent. Blake Lively, she has no talent. No talent. She could never be the type of actress that Winona Ryder is. Just saying, she's an example. She could never be the type of actress that Winona Ryder is. Winona Ryder is a talented actress because Winona Ryder is very. Let me go to side rant. Winona Ryder is very. I'm looking for the word. I can't think of it. She's not one-dimensional. She can capture any character that's given to her. I just play Blake Lively. She's a very one-dimensional actress. She plays the same character in every single thing I've ever seen her in. She's just very boring to me. Like, I can't watch her movies. She's just too damn boring to me. Like, I just don't. I'm not stunned by her acting. She just plays the same character. So I don't care how y'all feel about it. Blair telling everybody that she was on drugs. Serena deserved it. Serena slept with Nate and never apologized, never once admitted to sleeping with him. She deserved it. Yes, was that taking it too far in front of her family and friends? Yes, but Serena deserved it. And then for her to be like, is the story even? No, because nothing I do will ever be as bad as what you ever did to me. It would never be as bad. What you did to me was foul, and I would have never. Now, Blair, the whole Blair and dance situation, to me, I'm not a fan of you date my ex and I date yours. You date my ex and I date yours. I thought it was crazy that Serena made a big deal about her dating Dan, but you dated Nate, and Nate's also been with Blair. I thought that was crazy. I don't know. I don't understand why Blair didn't mention, but you also were with Nate, and Nate was with me. I don't understand. I do think that Dan and Blair being an item, that is probably the worst decision in TV show history. The worst decision. Worse than any decision they made in The Walking Dead. Worse than any decision they ever made at the end of One Tree Hill. It is honestly the worst TV show decision I have ever seen in my fucking life of 21 years of living. That is the worst decision I ever made. Y'all cannot. I hate Dan and Blair. Like, I really hate them together. Them being together was such a waste of time and a huge plot device. I can understand why Serena was pissed about Blair being with him because that's her ex and she was in love with him. But at the end of the day, Serena, you also went out with one of her exes and you slept with Nate. So to me, it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, to me, I don't know why the writers entertained Blair and Dan. That was such a waste of time. Um, and then I think when her and Dan were dating, I don't think Serena was really around much. I don't think she was around much. The only argument that Blair and Serena ever got into that I was on Serena's side was when she said you had your prince, you had Chuck, she didn't need to be with Dan. I definitely agree. Blair went through 3 guys in season 5 and she still couldn't make a decision. That shit was ridiculous. Like, what was the point of her and Dan? Like, what was the point of it? That was such a waste of time. Like, he really could have been with Serena. Honestly, Dan and Serena should have been. The writers should have built them back up since season 4. I don't know why they paused it and then decided to rebuild that up, like in the middle of season 5, stopping in season 5, and then season 6 we're back on them. Like, that was just stupid to me. Just too much pause and go between Dan and Serena. It got really annoying, but that's a rant for a different time when I get to my Gossip Girl rants. But to me, I feel like Blair never did Serena wrong as much as Serena did her wrong, and y'all can't convince me. Blair never slept with nobody when Serena was dating them. Blair never sent no essay to nobody and tried to prevent Serena from getting married. None of that. She never did nothing like that. Yes, they were toxic friends, but I feel like whenever it came to, like, the backstabbing, I feel like Serena was always doing the backstabbing, and it just prevent Blair to be revengeful because Serena she deserved it. Like, she deserved it. Half the things that she did to Blair did not deserve it, and Serena did it for no reason because she really was just a jealous ass bitch. Like, people really, like, I don't understand how people can say Blair was jealous of Serena, but to me, in the show, it just really gave that Serena was jealous of her. Yes, Blair might have been competitive and jealous about certain things, like the attention that she got, but I just always feel like Serena was jealous of Blair. Because why would she constantly try to prevent her from being happy? Like, that's not a friend. Like, she really was just jealous. And it wasn't just Blair. She was jealous of her cousin. She was jealous of that girl, Ivy. Like, she tried to stop Ivy, and I think Ivy wanted to be with Dan. Like, she tried to stop that. And then when her real cousin came, Charlotte Rose, she was jealous of her getting all the attention. Like, Serena was just really jealous. Like, if you get more attention than her, or people are giving someone else more attention over her, she gets really jealous, to the fact that she became Gossip Girl in season 5, which, why are they letting people in the cast be Gossip Girl? Like, that's stupid. Gossip Girl should have been a mystery, and that's why Dan being Gossip Girl was stupid. But it just shows how much of a fake ass bitch Serena really is, because she had to be Gossip Girl to expose secrets. Like, that's fake as fuck. I'm sorry, Serena was a fake ass bitch. I don't like Serena. Yes, her and Blair, they both were equally toxic, but I feel like Serena just always took it to an extra mile that it just wasn't needed. Just like Joan and Tony, I feel like Tony just took it way too far, and I think sometimes Joan just had enough, and it was just time to cut the relationship off. Like, Tony was, as much as I love Tony, like, I love her fashion sense, I love that she is who she is, but I feel like just because you are who you are doesn't mean you get to treat certain people the way they, doesn't mean you get to treat people any type of way. And I feel like that's kind of what it was with Serena. I feel like she thinks she could just treat people any type of way that she wanted. Like, I think Tony was really trash to Joan. Like, she slept with Joan's exes, she dated Joan's exes, she was really narcissistic. She never wanted Joan to be happy. She never wanted Joan to have nothing. When Joan gave her a place to live, money, food. Joan did a lot of things for Tony, and Tony took advantage of it all the time. I still feel like in a friendship, even though you guys are friends, there should be boundaries of things that your friends should not be able to take advantage of. And I just feel like with Serena, Blair was there for her all the time, and I think it just makes me feel like she could take advantage of what she could. And that's like sleeping with Nate. Like, even though they were all friends, she just thought she could sleep with them and think it was okay. Drunk or not drunk, I don't care. That shit is wrong. I don't know. They were horrible friends, and I don't understand people who thought they were great friends. To me, I thought they were awful friends, very awful friends. You know, this is really around that time with the whole brunette and blonde duo, and I think Serena and Blair probably have to be the worst two out of this combination when it comes to the blonde and the brunette duo. I don't know a lot of duos like this because I have not seen every single show with this type of duo, but I do know when it comes to teen dramas, her and Blair are the worst. My favorite brunette and blonde duo is Marissa and Summer from the OC. I feel like they were true friends to each other. They had each other's backs. There was no jealousy or one upping each other, no nothing. They were really true friends. They were there for each other, thick and thin, when it mattered. I would say Marissa and Summer are my favorite, and I'll say a close second is Peyton and Brooke. I really love Peyton and Brooke's friendship. I know a lot of people are turning on them, but to me, I really love their friendship. I feel like outside of the Lucas situation, her and Peyton rarely got into arguments. It was just a Lucas thing. The Lucas thing is what really tore that in the Nathan situation is what tore their friendship apart. But outside of that, they were always there for each other when they had each other's backs. They were there for each other. Like, stop it. Stop. People who say they were not good friends, stop it. Brooke and Peyton were there for each other all the time. The only time I feel like Brooke was not there for Peyton mostly was probably in season 2 because she was too busy getting dicked down by Felix. But other than that, most of the time, not all the time, most of the time. But it's like outside of that, her and Brooke were really great friends. They listened to each other. They had each other's backs. They loved each other. They cried together. They've been through ups and downs together. That's a real friendship. Like, it was never, even if Brooke took it too far, I still don't understand why Peyton forgave her so quickly. It's the same problem I have with Blair. Why are y'all forgiving these bitches so fast? Like, they don't even deserve the forgiveness. Even if even if Brooke did help her fight off Derek, I still feel like Peyton forgave her too quickly. But I understand going through a situation like that, it just makes you feel like life is too short, and it's just like, let's just patch it up. I totally get it, but I feel like Brooke, the whole season in season 4, she did Peyton so dirty. I just feel like Peyton should have made her work a little bit harder for it. But y'all get my point. I already talked about their friendship. I just wanted to, give a few more examples. But to me, I don't like Blair and Serena's friendship. Whenever I watch the show, a part of me just feels like, ugh, I just wish they were not friends. Like, I wish they were not friends. I just like, I wish Blair could have been friends with somebody else. Like, someone who understands her better. Like, I just feel like Serena should have been friends with nobody. She don't deserve no friends, nobody. But Blair deserved a better friend. Someone who understands her and everything. I just don't think it was Serena. I think Jenny and Blair would have made better best friends than Serena and Blair. Hot take. Hot take. Blair and Jenny would have been a way better duo over Serena and Blair, because Blair and Jenny understand each other. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening, and now it's my Gossip Girl sneak peek rant. Look forward to the Lucas and Peyton being overhated rant sometime this weekend. I still have a lot of Christmas shopping to do, so we'll see what I can do, but no promises. Thanks for listening, and you guys have a great day.